Okay, my name is Mang Chayanon, and we will go through that topic together. That's what I told you. We have been taught since we were born that we have to think all the time. When we were young, our parents keep telling us, think. And when we grow up, go to school, the teacher said, think, keep thinking. To make you smart, you have to think or something like that. When we grown up, we go to work, our supervisor say, hey, think, man, think. So it's become our habit that we have to think all the time. Okay, when we work, we have something to do, we think, we concentrate on that. But when we have nothing to do, we still keep thinking, sit back and relax and recall the bad experience, especially recall the bad experience and disturb yourself, hurt yourself. Let's see some reason about this. What makes us think all the time? What makes us think all the time? Let me show you some opinion about evolutionary reason. The problem solving. We have problem to solve. Our brain are constantly scanning our environment and trying to anticipate potential threats and opportunities. This mental chatter helps us solve problems, make decisions, and plan for the future. Learning and memory. Our brains are constantly consolidating and organizing information because we have get information all the time, especially this time we have socials and internet, strengthening memories and making new connection. This mental activity helps us learn, grow, and adapt to new situations. Motivation and goal setting. When we work, when we do the job, we have homework to do. We often have internal narratives driving us toward our goal and desires. This mental chatter keeps us motivated and focused on what we want to achieve. The other thing is personality. Some people are naturally more introspective and thoughtful than others. These individuals may simply enjoy spending time in their own minds, even if it's not always productive. Just be themselves and keep thinking all the time, right? For individual differences, mental health, certain mental health conditions such as anxiety and depression can lead to rumination and obsessive thinking. This can be a stressful and unproductive way to spend your time. Attention span. Attention span. Some people have shorter attention span than others, which can make it difficult to stay focused on one task for a long period of time. This can lead to boredom and unproductive thoughts. Boredom, talk about boredom. When we are not engaged in stimulating activities, our mind tend to wander. This can be especially true in environments that are monotonous or lacking in sensory input. Stress. Stress can also lead to increased mental chatter as we try to process and cope with difficult emotion. Overstimulation. Overstimulation is very important. Ironically, being surrounded by too much information and stimuli can also be overwhelming and lead to racing thought. Especially nowadays, we have a lot of internet that come into our mind, whether the correct news or fake news, it come, and we have to have good consideration in consume those information. So it's important to note that not all thinking is bad. Not all thinking is bad. A healthy mental life involves a balance between focus and productive thinking and open, exploratory thinking. However, if you find yourself constantly bombarded with the unproductive thoughts, it can be helpful to find ways to manage your mental chatter. A lot of information, and we have to choose to consume those information. Especially we have AI. We should let AI research instead of go through all information. If we use our cell phones or EV car all the time, the battery will run out quickly. So we should use it only when needed to prolong its use. The the lifespan of the battery is limited. We should save those. The same as our mind. Our original mind is powerful. If we have been obsessed by those defilements, our mind will weaker. So stop thinking is the way to regain the power of our mind. Try to do that. Somebody drive the car back home, park the car in the garage, but don't turn off the engine. So it burns our gasoline. Same thing. If we keep thinking all the time, even spare time, we burn our energy. We should save energy. If there is no need to think, just stop thinking. So save energy from wandering mind. Those information come to your mind, make your mind wander. So save energy from wandering mind. Preserve energy for why we need to think, right? So if you have nothing to do, sit back and relax and think of nothing. Think of nothing to conserve energy. Think of nothing when you don't need to think. Think positively and only when needed. Think of happy thought. Think positive, right? If you think negatively, it hurts yourself and it burns your energy. So think positively and only when needed. Let's see the 3 levels of wisdom. We have 3 levels of wisdom. The first level is to collect information into the knowledge base through 5 senses. Through 5 senses, through your eyes, through your ears, through your nose, through your tongue, and through your feeling of touching. That we perceive those information. That's first level of wisdom. The second level of wisdom is to think. After the first level, we record those information in our mind's memory. And the second level is to recall that information and think, to imagine, to analyze, to criticize, and research, then formulate hypothesis and theory for using. So nowadays we believe that we have 2 levels of wisdom. So we're running around in those, get information and think, set hypothesis and theory, because there is no proof. If something has been proved, we don't need hypothesis and theory. So we don't have fact enough to prove that then we set up the theory. That's why once in a while we change the theory, because we find more facts. So we're running around in those two levels of wisdom. The third level of wisdom is wisdom resulting from mental development. For example, still the mind, stop thinking, and meditate. This kind of wisdom, to enter to this level of wisdom, we have to stop those two levels. Stop collect information to your five senses, stop thinking, stop setting theory or whatever. See, to enter to the third level of wisdom, we have to stop those two levels. That's why when we meditate, we have to still the mind by stop thinking. So it's not only when we practice meditation. Anytime that we have spare time, just when we sit back, relax, and think of nothing, to save your energy, to regain the power of stop thinking while you open your eyes. We can stop thinking, think of nothing. But when we practice meditation, that's why we have to close our eye and find a comfortable place to practice meditation. Not to shut down the channel from those five senses, shut down the channel of thinking. That's the third level of wisdom. The final of third level is wisdom is to attain the enlightenment. So whatever level of wisdom we perceive, we are interested in practicing in order to reach that level of wisdom. If we believe that we have two levels, so we're running around with that level. If we accept the third level, it exists, then we practice meditation, still the mind, stop thinking, to enter to the third level of wisdom. I come back to what makes us think all the time. So stop thinking when you don't need it, right? Stop thinking, still the mind, stop thinking. So come back to the topic today, think only when needed. All right. Okay, that's it for today.